to those of you in attendance and to everyone watching live from Australia, it is time for the main event! An international for the WBA Pan-Asian Super Middleweight Championship. Introducing the combatants. Firstly, from the blue corner, trained by Father Tony at the Mundine Gym in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. He is 25 years of age and weighed in at a slim, trim, lean, rich, chiseled, buff, and cut 76.15 kilos. A second-generation superstar, you can call him the Mr. 100%. 5 fights, 5 wins, 2 technical knockouts, and 2 devastating KOs. He is the current Australian Super Middleweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony the Man Mundine! Fighting out of the red corner, trained by Mike Edwards, led to the ring by TV ringside girls Fame Hedges and Rebecca Bridger. Tonight, representing New Zealand at 31 years of age. He weighed in at 75.9 kilograms, 13 wins, 3 losses, 9 wins via way of knockout. He is the current PABA New Zealand Light Heavyweight Champion, defending his WBA Pan-Asian Super Middleweight crown. From New Zealand, he steps into the ring as the champion, Timo Masua. We are scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds. When the bell rings, Derek Millam, your man in charge of the action. Your judges at ringside, Ivan Zonich from New Zealand, Reginald Lecker from New Caledonia, and Brad Vitale representing Australia.
Okay, fellas, you've had your instructions in the dressing room. You're fighting the WBA Pan-Asian Super Middleweight title. Please listen to my instructions, obey my command, shake hands, go back to your corner and wait for the bell. Good luck to both of you.
Final instructions from Derek Millam, who has handled well title fights in the past. Anthony Mundine back to the blue corner. Timo Masua will come out of the red corner. Former IBF Junior Lightweight Champion Barry Michael and former Commonwealth Champion Troy Waters along with John Casey at ringside. Our feature event from what has been a tremendous night of action from the Carrara Stadium on the Gold Coast. And Anthony Mundine's boxing career goes on the line here. Scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds for the Pan-Asian Boxing Association title. Anthony Mundine in the white trunks, Timo Masua in the black. Mundine getting heavy support from the fans as well.
Yeah, at the moment, Anthony Mundine looking a little bit quick with that left hand.
He's got lightning fast hands. Timo Masua didn't even see those first 2 jabs, I don't think.
Yeah, Masua looks like a plodding type puncher. Not a lot of snap behind his punch, Barry.
Well, it's a bit early yet, Troy, but yeah, you know, he's definitely going to be a walk-up title. I had a look at his record. He's scored a few good late KOs. He's been with some pretty tough boys. I'd say the power's in his right hand, wouldn't you? The way he stands and, you know, sort of feeling out with his left hand.
Well, that's for sure. He's leaning back on that right foot. Didn't go and load that power.
Mundine snapping out the jab at the moment. Now Masua comes forward for the first time in the fight. Mundine very watchful. Left hand working very well here. Early stages, round number 1.
And Masua's going to want to keep those hands up. He's dropping them hands a little bit low. Mundine's very quick.
He is. He'll rattle a few lefts and rights off that chin before long.
And let me tell you, when he does, Masua won't see them.
No, I don't think he will.
Masua comes forward, but taken on the gloves by Anthony Mundine. There's a very effective weapon here for Anthony Mundine. Feeling our process here in the stanza. Again, Masua rushing forward, but unable to connect. Mundine very well balanced.
Masua is yet to even touch Mundine's face.
Now, Masua's going to put a lot more pressure on the miss if he wants to win this fight. He can't stand back in Mundine's punching range. He's going to close that gap, put the pressure on.
He holds his head up pretty high too, Timo Masua. I think when Anthony starts to unload, there's power there. There's definitely power there.
But power doesn't do any good when you can't land.
No, you're right there, Troy.
Well, you know that's for sure. I mean, you've been in many big fights yourself, and if you can't, land that big shot, it's not going to do you any good.
Yep. Well, that was pretty well evidenced in the previous heavyweight fight. Beautiful jabbing there by Anthony Mundine.
He's done all the good work here off the left hand in the opening round. Timo Masua very watchful and has taken a back seat here, and Mundine clearly is going to win the opening round on points. And he's pretty happy in the first 3 minutes as well, as Anthony Mundine goes back to the blue corner.
Let's pour him in, let's keep that up. Get back there. You okay? What? You okay? Stand up. Stand up, bigger.
Scheduled for 12 for the PABA Super Middleweight Championship. Australian champion Anthony Mundine against the New Zealand champion Timo Masua. Opening round honours are going to be with Anthony Mundine on Barry Michael's scorecard, 10-9. Pretty hard to score it in any other way. Timo Masua is going to need to open up a little here. He was almost a spectator there in the opening round.
He was very ineffective.
Yeah, most definitely. He needs to put that pressure on. He can't stay on the outside. Mundine will pick him off all night.
Oh, yeah, just pick him apart. But, I mean, it's early doors. We've got 11 rounds to go into the second round. So, this fight, we're going to see different things happen, that's for sure.
But if Anthony Mundine saying pre-fight that it was his biggest event and he was not nervous but realised it was a big occasion, Timo Masua really played into his game plan by allowing him just to find his feet there in the opening round. Didn't put any pressure on him at all. Now he gets a little busier. Timo Masua in the black trunks, Anthony Mundine in special white trunks. Running with the lead right hand there.
And Masua's staying very rigid. He's staying very... not staying loose.
Body shot from Masua.
Looks like he had a bit of power behind it.
Well, certainly just grabbed his attention. He lost his head. Anthony Mundine now a spearing left jab.
Mundine at the moment is predominantly using that left hand. The short combination punches will, start to flow soon.
Yeah, once he gets his timing and, knows where the punches are coming from, he'll start to open up, I'm sure.
Most definitely, Barry.
Still getting a little frustrated now because Anthony Mundine hitting him at will with the left jab.
Well, he keeps hitting him at will if he doesn't get those hands up. And he's playing into Mundine's game plan. He's standing in front of Mundine.
I tell you, watching Anthony Mundine's speed of his left jab takes me back to when I used to box with Harry Hayes, Lionel Rose, and guys like that. And, they hit you with the left jab, you wouldn't even see it. Just so incredibly fast.
There it is again as he snaps back the head of Timo Masua. 45 seconds remaining, round two. Mundine has taken the opening round. And again, not a lot for the judges to get excited about in terms of Timo Masua here in the second stanza.
And Masua just plodding forward. trying to land that one big shot. He's not setting his punches up.
No, he hasn't shown a combination yet, really. But then again, Anthony Mundine is like a ghost to him at the moment. He's just not touching him.
He's like a shadow at the moment. Very hard to hit.
Excellent hand-feet again from Mundine as he arches back the head of Timo Masua. And again, the honours in this second round are going to be with Anthony Mundine. Well, Anthony Mundine saying you can't hit me. And certainly we haven't seen too much point scoring from Timo Masua in the first.
Well, at the end of that round, Masua was getting a little bit closer to Mundine. Started landing a few right hands, just a little bit short. But if he closes that gap, maybe he can be a little bit more effective.
Well, he's going to have to.
You follow me? Don't even just spectate the time of those silly jabs, because you just build the points up, alright? You see what I'm saying? You right? You feel good, but you've got to make him work harder. And he won't be that fancy with those jabs that you go to the body and then hook to the head. No good just going to the body and leaving it there, alright? You've got to go 3 and 4 punches. You had him here on the ropes, you let him off. Don't be frightened to take a couple of chances, mate. This guy can't punch quick. He's
Mike Edwards with the instructions there for Timo Masua, and he does appear to be a little overawed by the occasion. Masua, as round 3 gets underway, Anthony Mundine in the white trunks, the Australian champion, has won the first 2 rounds on the scorecard of former world champion Barry Michael. Troy Waters has seen it that way as well. And in fact, Timo Masua really hasn't given the judges too much to score in his direction so far.
Well, if Masua's there for the 2 or 3 rounds, or 3 or 4 rounds, he might start warming to his task.
He's going to have to do something.
He spent most of the fight at centre ring, Masua, and Mundine's been circling him and just beating him the left hand and racking up points.
Yeah, the speed of Mundine is a little bit too great for Masua at this time.
Big question coming into the fight was Anthony Mundine going to be able to take a punch? Well, Timo Masua's finding it difficult at the moment to find a target.
Yeah, when I watched Anthony train and spar with his father, I noted how very difficult he is to hit, even with his father, who's one of the best fighters I've ever seen. He does see punches very well, but one will always get through.
Still bleeding from the nose here, early stages, round number 3. Mundine's left hand is doing all the damage here. Masua opens up. Mundine taunting him as well. His hands down around his waistline.
Anthony Mundine hasn't opened up yet. He hasn't hardly thrown a right hand.
And the right eye.
Big right hand from Anthony Mundine. Timo Masua is out. He got over. Anthony Mundine has knocked out Timo Masua here in round number 3, and he has big problems. Mundine goes top 15 in the world, and now they must pay some respect for Anthony Mundine. A devastating finish here in the 3rd round.
Well, we don't get too many better finishes than that one. That was right on the point of the chin, and it was good night as soon as that punch landed.
I'll tell you what, I was waiting for that right hand. I dead set was waiting for the right hand. I had a feeling he was going to do that. I was just saying, where's the right hand? And bang! Let's hope this guy's okay. He was out before he hit the ground.
Well, Timo Masua appears to have regained consciousness here. He's still down on the canvas. Anthony Mundine showing great concern. They're talking now to Timo Masua, but it was a paralysing right hand from Anthony Mundine. He softened up Timo Masua with the left jab through the first 2 rounds, and he won convincingly on points. And then he unloaded the right hand. He warned it pre-fight. They said Timo Masua could punch. He said, well, I can bang as well.
I saw that when I watched him in the gym, mate. He can bang with that right hand, I tell you, and I was waiting for that combination, that right hand.
Well, let's get another look at it. It was enormous, the right hand from Anthony Mundine. And Timo Masua was out before he hit the canvas.
Wow.
And he's gone down heavily.
Wow, that was one of the best KOs, clean KOs I've ever seen.
Well, you won't see a better shot than that. It's hit him right on the point of the chin, and it had good night written all over it.
Oh, look, he was out before he hit the floor, mate. He was out the second it hit him. He didn't even know it was coming. That's a classic right cross. With blinding speed. The speed's what he's got power and he's got speed. I tell you, I reckon I'm right about this guy, mate. He's something else.
Anthony Mundine unloads on Timo Masua and the dual Australian champion, the dual New Zealand champion, who was down at and out. Mundine continues on his march toward a crack at the world title.
I'll tell you what, he didn't even hardly raise a sweat, I don't think. I don't think he got his face touched. It was incredible.
As you're saying, pre-fight, Barry, this guy was true Anthony Mundine's style.
Yep.
Slow, plodding fighter, standing in front of his man, wasn't doing a great deal of work, and he was able to get those shots.
Timo Masua is back on his feet here and is with it. He was just outclassed. One of the most exciting prospects in world boxing. Let's get the official announcement. Amid the mayhem in center ring is Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, at an official time of 1 minute 49 of round number 3, your winner by way of devastating knockout and new WBA Pan Asian champion, Anthony the Man Mundine.
He takes the Pan Asian Boxing Association super middleweight belt, and Anthony Mundine is now top 15 in the world. And no doubt about it, his most impressive performance to date. As I mentioned, WBA super middleweight champion at the moment, Byron Mitchell from the United States. The super middleweight ranks, it has to be said, is not the toughest division in world boxing at the moment. Byron Mitchell, the